Alright guys, finally we are back on my channel. Sorry about that period, I didn't do a video because I was waiting for a part. As you can see behind me, the Mazda RX8 I put on a stand, so the engine is out and I got everything. I'll explain why it took so long, but everything's here. So the parts are in my garage. So oops, I almost break the transmission. So let me explain you why it took so long. So here is 2002 1.8 Miata's engine, as you can see, with everything, and a 2002 1.8 manual Miata transmission and the brand new clutch for the transmission. So let me explain you why, because I tried, as you can see here, I'm sorry it's messy a little bit, but this is a rotary original engine from the RX8 and this is a original transmission. So let me explain you what's happened. Original clutch. So as you can see, the flywheel on the RX8 is bigger and it doesn't have the same bolt pattern than the Miata's flywheel. So the problem was a bigger flywheel as in Miata's engine. So I thought I'm gonna use the Miata's engine and then RX8 transmission. I'll just use the Miata's transmission, but here is a Miata's clutch and here is a RX8's clutch. So as you can see, definitely RX8's bigger, but I thought as long as these shafts on an RX8 transmission is gonna be the same as on RX8, I'll be able to use the Miata's clutch on RX8 transmission. I'll just do a plate which is gonna connect the RX8 transmission with Miata's engine, but it didn't work because, as you can see, here's the Miata's. Let me, because it's hard to film and do it with my hand. So as you can see, this is a Miata's and here is a RX8. So this thing on a Miata's transmission smaller than an RX8. So I couldn't use the RX8 transmission with a Miata's engine. So I decided to buy a 5-speed manual Miata's transmission. This one, the engine has 60,000 miles on it and the transmission has 44,000 miles on it, and the car originally has 54,000 miles on it. So basically that's gonna be a couple thousands different between engine, transmission and the car. So I found it out, so I will be able to use them. So let's go ahead and connect Miata's transmission with Miata's engine, and then maybe in this video I will be able to try how it fits into the car. I bought an engine, I bought a transmission, but none of those came with the bolts. So I was looking a lot of forums, so they told me it is 12 millimeters, 1.5 and 12 millimeters length. So I still don't know if it's a good length. I think it is. Yeah, it's gonna be enough. So 12, 1.5, 12, and then it's perfectly goes inside. And for the clutch, I found it out. So Miata's RX8 clutch bolts exactly the same here. So I'll be able to use the RX8's bolts here to put a clutch. And I bought like for 20 bucks these bolts from Ice Hardware, or I don't know how it's called, that store. So let's go ahead and install the clutch on this thing. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take the flywheel out to get to replace this one small thing over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a flywheel. So one important thing, so flywheel, sometimes, like, I don't know if you used to do it in America or somewhere over there, but how I was taught in Ukraine, so when it comes from a manufacturer, the flywheel also balanced. So if you're taking this off and you're putting the exactly the same one back, so just mark it. So something like, let's say I'm take this one, nail paint, and I'm putting like a red mark here and red mark here. So in that case scenario, I will know that this should be here when I'm gonna put flywheel back, because I believe it. I don't know, you can say I'm stupid or something, but that's how they taught me when I was I'm doing this first time in my life since I was 17 years old. Now I'm 22, so I forgot something. I did a couple times on old Ukrainian cars, but as I was taught, always mark the flywheel, because if you're taking it out and you're gonna put them back, they might be balanced. So make sure you're not gonna crank it. So that's how I believe. You might don't do it, but that's how I do it. All right, let's go ahead and unscrew him. Alright guys, let's go ahead and I don't know what I need to do, because this thing right here, as you can see, it leaks oil a little bit. So I might wait a little bit and order a new one, because I don't want to. Yeah, see guys, this, I don't know what's a gasket or what is it called, but it leaks oil a little bit. So as I'm replacing everything here, so I don't want to leave this thing like that. I just want to make sure everything's clean and no leaks. So if I'm gonna install the engine on a car, I'm gonna pour the oil inside, everything's gonna work perfectly. So let me call to O'Reilly, see if they have this thing. I'm gonna find out how does it call. I know how it calls in Ukrainian language, as I told you, but I don't know how it calls in English language. If you know, please write down the comment. So if for next time I'll know that. Alright guys, I found it out. So that thing we need, that's oil seal. So I just ordered it. The close by, the nearest one O'Reilly store doesn't have it in stock, so I ordered it. I'm gonna have it tomorrow in 10 o'clock in the morning. Let me adjust it a little bit. So 10 o'clock in the morning, so that's an oil seal. We need that, so I'm gonna wait. By that time, I'm gonna replace this part right here. So basically what we need to have this thing exactly the same size, and then we need something to hit it, but not super hard. Oh, it got stuck, so let me, alright, the brake cleaner. Actually, better, it's gonna use W40 a little bit. What's wrong with you, pincho madre? Alright, a little bit. Here we go. Let's go ahead and clean this thing up. So I didn't tell you most important parts are right here. You should use something soft, not like super hard metal or the batten or asphalt, because I use this wet piece of wood because you can break this thing or something else. So make sure where you're gonna put your flywheel there's gonna be something soft that's not gonna destroy your flywheel. So we got that thing. Make sure this everything's clean here, and everything is clean right here, so it's no feel something weird it's gonna scratch, because this thing should to make sure this spins really good and doesn't make like you will feel it if you have like sand or something inside, but I don't feel anything. It's pretty smooth, so that's good. And you basically put this new one on, and you're gonna use the old one to put a new one in the same position. As I saw from the beginning, so this side was a little bit up, and then this side was straight. So make sure if this side is gonna be right like flat, so that's enough. So we still need a little bit more. Be really careful, because this thing, clutch are expensive kinda, and this thing, if you're gonna break down your engine's not gonna, it's gonna work but not that good. It's gonna make noise. So see this side a little bit needs to be go a little bit in. Alright, you're right. So this side needs to be, so I feel something here. So just make sure it's not cranked, because it's cranked it's not gonna work good. So make sure, yep, make sure everything's perfect, because this is your engine, and it's like, in my opinion, that's like you going to the doctor, you want to get as best service as it possible, because that's your health. Same thing with the cars, they want to get best service because that's their health. So if you're not gonna do something, if you're gonna rush through something, you're gonna break something. So make sure everything's perfect. So yep, I feel it. Like I cannot feel like, because if you have a feeling, so you'll feel if it's like more here and less here. But as soon as I'm going around, as you can see maybe on a camera, that's all the way around here and it's flat here. So this is good, and yeah, and I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning to continue my video with the oil seal. See you tomorrow.